When your mother with that mouth?
Hey, Helen.
Guys.
How many ball references are we going to have and polls?
Contestants, how you doing? Welcome to our show. Why don't you tell me how many people are going to be playing this game?
All day.
So you're playing with yourself, huh?
Cookie, please.
Sorry, just type your name in, okay?
I think I smelled that too.
We'll learn a lesson here, Joel. It's okay.
Oh yeah, are you looking for a 7-question tournament-length game or a full 21-question deal? Thanks, babe.
Do not listen to anything.
Your buzzer is the letter B as in Betsy Ross.
So majorly. Just no
What happened to the
visual.
Chiron? Load it up now!
20 seconds. Okay, 20 seconds. Pay attention here and don't screw it up. As soon as you think you know the answer to a question, buzz in, then you gotta hit the number that corresponds to the answer you want. You got that? Good luck.
Okay, after the show. All right, lose the desktop, please. Thank you very much. Go to black. Okay, keep graphics. All right, Guy, you're on.
Because cardiopulmonary resuscitation can be fun.
It's time for the show where high culture and pop culture collide.
Okay, now this is what I like to see, a bright-eyed, bushy-tailed contestant. All right, you comfortable? Good. We're starting. How about it? Hit me.
1!
Here's the category. Mother Goose on ice. Okay, swing this one and I'll give you $2,000. Okay, there was an old lady who lived in an ice skate and she had so many children she didn't know what to do. If the old lady had so many children that she started naming them after the old division names for the NHL, you might hear each of the following shouted in her home, except which?
Norris, stop slashing your brother. Go to the penalty box, Douglas. Get your hand out of my ointment, Adams, or Patrick, don't make me check you.
Go to your penalty box, Douglas. Douglas is not an old NHL division, but he does spend most of his time making fun of his brother Smythe. Okie doke, give me a...
We got spirit, yes we do. We got spirit, how about 2?
All right, let's see what we're doing here. Call me irresponsible. You get this one right, you got $2,000 coming at you. Okay, coming at you. Heads up. In the 1954 Cotton Bowl, Tommy Lewis of Alabama made an unusual tackle. If his famous tackle became commonplace, what would be an appropriate name for it? The harrying helmet throw, the benchwarmer blitz, the electric slide, or the pantsless clothesline? Lewis got overexcited, jumped off the bench, and tackled Rice University halfback Dick Mogul as he ran down the sideline. And then later, he tried to kick a field goal from the locker room. Category time. What's it gonna be? 3! The category is Goose Heart, and this one's gonna be worth $2,000. Imagine that Mel Gibson's directing the life story of St. Louis Browns left fielder Leon Goose Goslin. In our film, kilt-wearing Goose Goslin prepares for battle using the same weapon he used on opening day 1932. What does he use? A spiked batting helmet, a mouthful of kerosene, a green striped bat, or a boxing glove instead of a batting glove? A green striped bat. The ump said his bat was distracting and therefore illegal. The ump also said the battle scene lacked realism and that Mel Gibson's overrated as a director. Tough ump. All right, come on, hit me. 4! This one's gonna be Communism on the Court. The amount on the table is $3,000. Remember the 1984 film Red Dawn about the Soviet Union invading the U.S.? Well, let's say the teen freedom fighters featured in the movie, the Wolverines, have gone on to college. Assuming the Wolverines continue to fight communism in college, which school based on its basketball team's nickname would not be on their hit list? Texas Tech, St. John's, USC, or Colgate? Let's take a look at the big money answer. The University of Southern California. They're the Trojans. Of course, the condom is undoubtedly a communist plot to prevent capitalist parents from having children and increasing their kind, but that's beside the point. Okay, pick...
Net.
You owe me 5.
And the category is Pop Quiz in a Cup. I'm paying out $2,000 if you get this one right. Get ready to buzz, because here it comes. In which of the following sports is a player most likely to test positive? Geometrically speaking, a football is a prolate spheroid. People, don't eat the brown prolate spheroids. How about it? Hit me with the category. Uh-oh, Wes Musrich climb more.
It's time for a Tinker Test
Your category for this gibberish question is strike-breaking pilots. The opening value on this gibberish question is $5,000. All right, to solve this puzzle, you got to think fast, because every second and a half I'm ticking off a little bit of cash. Here we go. Tell me something. With what TV commercial jingle does this rhyme? Biff Fly, good. He fight strike. Okay, here's a little hint. Okay, let's see if you know it. Hey, what do you want to be when you grow up, Billy?
Fight strike. Biff Fly, good he fight strike.
Yeah, you and every other kid in the universe. Category time. What's it gonna be?
Under the Rim with question 7.
The category? I feel like I got kicked in the head by a horse. And we are talking $1,000 for this question. All right, let's get this ball rolling. If the winner of the Kentucky Derby were to celebrate by enjoying too much of the traditional Derby drink, what would be offered up to the poor? The Kentucky Derby's popular mint julep is made of mint, sugar, and bourbon. The mint makes it really refreshing, at least on the way down. Okie doke, give me a...
2, 4, 6, 8. Question 8 is jailbait. Go 8.
Here's your category. Vince Lombardi is on my half of the bed. A right answer will get you 2 G's for this question. Okay, hang tight, put your finger on your buzzer. Here's the question. Let's say all the following trophies are siblings in the trophy family. Because it's the oldest, which one will not have to wear hand-me-downs? The Heisman Trophy, the WBA Championship Belt, the Stanley Cup, or the Commissioner's Trophy? The Stanley Cup was first awarded in 1893, making it the oldest of the 4, so it gets nothing but shiny new clothes. It also gets to ride in the front seat. Okay, pick a category.
The German judge gives a
9.
The category behind this question is... Hell no, we won't take millions of dollars. All right, $3,000 is riding on this one. Okay, we all know that in baseball it's 3 strikes and you're out, right? As of 1996, if the Baseball Players Union has had a strike counted against them for every time they've been on strike, how many outs do they have? No outs, 1 out, 2 outs, or 3 outs, the inning is over. You know what you could have picked? You could have picked this. The players have 1 out and they're 1 strike away from having 2 down. And if they ever do get that extra strike, I recommend we make hitting the batter legal. All right, come on, hit me. We need a category.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
And the category is World's Biggest Jerk. This question's worth 2,000 $1 bills. Hope you're ready, because here's one coming at you. If you approach a bar for a snatch is lifting the bar from the floor to above the head in 1 clean movement. And that's all a snatch is. Hey, come on, I'm running a family game here. All right, that's 1 round down. Now don't get distracted by the round card, girl, because we're off to round 2. All right, this is round 2, and 2 is twice 1, which means all the questions are double. Sounds good, huh? Okay, let's do it. How about it? Hit me with the category. 11. The category is the agony of defeat. Okay, $2,000 is coming your way if you get this one. You know, I keep having this recurring nightmare where I'm at a ski jump ramp. Someone has strapped long skis to my feet and pushed me down a steep hill. At the foot of the hill, my mother is waving her arms and yelling at me, P-point, P-point. To what is she referring? The technique I'll use to gain more distance, my opponent's score, the beginning of the landing area, or the ever-widening urine stain on my uniform. The beginning of the ski jump landing area is the P-point. Oh yeah, back to my dream. All the judges are goats in lingerie. What do you think that means? Okie doke, give me a category. Uh-oh, press futz mitts grime board.
Once again, it's time for a Flicker Piss Millstone.
All right, now here's your category for this gibberish question. The oral sex question. The opening value for this gibberish question is $10,000. Okay, now remember, you don't have a lot of time here, so the less time you take, the more money you make. All righty, now tell me, with what play title does this rhyme? Now don't let the punctuation trip you up. Fillet Dwight? Nope. Here's your first hint. It's a play and a movie. A movie about a boxing hero. Hurry, there's still hope. Ooh, you think you got it? You know, my great white hope is that milk will be on sale this weekend. Milk. Okay, pick a... 13! This one's gonna be, it's a stretch. And if you can figure this one out, I can pay you $4,000. Everything in place? Because here she comes. If cartoon character Stretch Armstrong uses his elastic power at an NCAA basketball game, what is he most likely doing? Holding up the player's jock straps, making a judgment call as a referee, implementing a snap-back defense, or testing the air pressure of the basketballs. Elastic power allows the ref of an NCAA basketball game to make decisions on any questions not specifically covered in the rules. The only problem with Stretch as a ref is that he's too easy for coaches to wrap around their little finger. Category time. What?
Come on, ref. It's falling. 14. 14. Sit down.
And this category is, in my day. I'll pay you $4,000 if you get this one right. Get your eyes focused on the screen. Here we go. All right, fine. Old-timers did have it rougher than kids today. Which of the following is not a real rule from the past? Boxing, gouging allowed. Water polo may hold your opponent underwater. Rugby, punching above the waist permitted. Or baseball, ball tampering legal. Should have picked this. Rugby players have never been formally allowed to punch each other. Yeah, I'm sure that never happens. Okie doke, give me a
It's question 15. It's question 15.
The category is, check out those peaches. And there's $6,000 at the end of this question. Imagine this forgotten scene from A League of Their Own in which Rosie O'Donnell is playing third base, Madonna's moved from the outfield to second base, and Gina Davis is catching. The bases are loaded with nobody out. A ground ball is hit to Madonna at second. She fires to Gina at home plate for one out, who then throws to Rosie at third for another out. How will the official scorer notate this double play? 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 6, 4, 2, 5, or 8, 9, 10. The second baseman is 4, the catcher is 2, the third baseman is 5, so it's a 4-2-5 double play. Of course, outside the ballpark, Madonna usually just waves them on into home. How about it? Hit me with the category.
16.
All right, let's see what we're doing here. The agony of repeats. And this is $4,000 here. All right, help me out. I can't remember this guy's name. He's that guy from the beginning of ABC's Wide World of Sports who we saw wiping out every week doing that ski jump. You know, he's the very picture of agony of defeat. What's his name? Adrian Zemed, Vince Van Patten, Vinko Bogataj, or Greasy Sorbut? Vinko Bogataj got to take the header off the ski jump week after week. And I hear he later got a job with the Ford administration. All right, come on, hit me.
9 + 8.
The name of this category is After the Wrestling Match, I'm Gandhi. And this one is not going to be easy. $6,000. Ready on the trigger? Pull.
If Mahatma Gandhi had represented India at the Olympics in freestyle wrestling, which of the following could have resulted in a penalty against him? Spinning on his opponent, taking salt tablets, refusing to eat before the match, or being too passive?
And here's the right answer.
In Olympic wrestling, you can be penalized for being too passive, and Gandhi's sit-down strike to protest the call could result in an easy pin.
Okie doke.
How many holes in golf?
18!
Here's the category. The horror! The horror! Okay, swing this one and I'll give you $2,000. Guess what? They're making a sequel to Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. Naturally, the movie features an archery contest. If Robin Hood gets a Robin Hood, what has he done? Won all the possible prizes, landed one arrow in each ring of the target, split an arrow that's already in the bullseye, or injured an innocent bystander. Splitting an arrow already in the bullseye is called a Robin Hood. Yeah! And missing the target completely is called a Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. Category time.
19 here! Get your ice cold 19!
Here's your category. The fight of the century. And we are talking 4,000 big ones. Imagine that Don King has finally found a worthy opponent for Mike Tyson. In his next title bout, Iron Mike Tyson will actually be fighting an Iron Mike. How should Tyson train to best prepare himself for his opponent? Knock out clay pigeons thrown by traps, out-clean the ball washer at the golf course, chase mechanical rabbits around dog tracks, or dodge baseballs thrown by a pitching machine. The first mechanical pitching machine was known as Iron Mike. Yeah! Now there's a fight I might actually pay $50 for on pay-per-view. Okay, pick a category.
20!
And the category is...
I love a man in uniform.
And this one shouldn't be too tough. $4K for this one.
Heads up! Time for a sporty fashion moment. Imagine you're at a fashion show. Here we have Clem looking saucy in loose blue pants and a crisp white button-down shirt topped off with a jaunty straw hat. What uniform is Clem modeling? Official Olympic judges' uniforms, New Zealand rowing crew uniforms, the first baseball uniforms, or road attire required by the NFL in the 1920s.
Let's see what the judges give you.
0.0, 0.0, 0.0.
Well, in case you're curious about the correct answer,
Clem is modeling one of the first baseball uniforms worn by the New York Knickerbockers.
And honey, I hope they get Clem to stop spitting tobacco juice on the runway.
Okie doke, give me a category.
It's the Jackaroony Attackaroony. So, you done the attack before? No problem. Here's your clue. What are you playing with? You better be playing with your buzzer, because we're about to begin.
Lucky you, I think of superlatives like great, amazing, fabulous, sports trivia geek with no social life, stuff like that. But don't thank me, because the real truth is...
You don't know Jack!
Okay, great show, everybody. Cue commercials, thank you, and Cookie, what's the story with the contestants?
All right, if you want to play again, you just gotta let me know whenever you're ready, okay?
Sliced it again.
You're not keeping your head down.
I know, but I can't.
Because your hairpiece keeps slipping.
What? How did you know I wear a hairpiece?
Come on, Joe. Everyone knows. Stick a flag in it and you could spot that thing teeing off from a par 5. Here, try mine. It's from the folks at Mr. Divot.
Wow, it feels like grass.
It is grass. That's the genius behind the Mr. Divot hairpiece system. I can grow my own replacements, and it comes in lots of designer colors: Midsummer Burn, Autumn Harvest, and New Kentucky Bluegrass.
Oh, sounds great, but, I mean, will it come loose while I'm golfing?
Not even with the 9-iron. Come on, let's go replace that divot.
You mean Mr. Divot.
Yeah. Mr. Divot hairpieces are available at all fine salons and garden centers.
Hi, welcome to Wholesome Hearth. Today we feature our succulent shrimp platter with a tangy, zesty cocktail sauce, our luscious fish fillet with our scrumptious, tantalizing tartar sauce, and our mouth-watering, creamy...
Shut up! Hey, I'm Marge from over at Tuffy's. Tired of jerks like this that use words that should have been voted out of the language years ago? Well, come on over to Tuffy's. Today we got burgers. Just burgers. And you get fries with them. What kind of fries? Who cares? They're fries. You also get some green crap and a soda. Is it a nice, cold, refreshing... Oh! Shut up! Tuffy's, where real people eat.
Johnny, what are you chewing? Is that chewing tobacco?
Calm down, Ma. This is new Chud, the ABC chew of future big leaguers like me.
ABC?
Already been chewed. Chud is donated by former baseball stars to get kids like me off to a good start.
But doesn't that cause cancer?
Mom, former greats like Catfish Hunter and Joe Pepitone make sure that most of the cancer-causing agents have already been chewed out of Chud.
Most of the cancer-causing agents?
Come on, Mom. You gotta keep a little excitement in a chew. Chud does that, and more.
Well, if the big leaguers endorse Chud, it must be all right.
Yes!
Hey, young man, not in the house.
Sorry, Mom.
Chud comes in a variety of flavors, including Catfish, Three Fingers, and new Sparky. Chud, the first step to a big league chew.